Hey guys, I'm making a video about the firearms right now. The firearms I'm talking about right now are the AK-47 variants, like the SGL-21 I got in front of me here. I'm making a review of some magazines that I recently purchased for my gun, and I'll give you an overall impression of each one, the type they are, the manufacturer, plus how much they typically retail for. Okay, the gun I got right in front of me here is a Arsenal SGL-21 type. I bought this about 2.5–3 years ago. Overall, it's a very good gun. I think I bought it for about $800–900 a few years ago before the shooting incidents at these various schools and stuff like that. I also got a carrying case here. It's a AK-74 style carrying case. It's made for the AK-74 because it actually has the muzzle brake on the end that most newer guns have on it. And I'll show you the magazines I got here as well. And the magazines, you can buy them from Romania, Yugoslavia, the Russian type, Chinese, American, stuff like that. I'll give you a review of the ones I got right here. The one I got in my gun right now is the BULGY Bulgarian Circle 10 30 round mag right there for that. Overall, they are a very good polymer magazine. They typically retail, I think probably I bought these a couple years ago, they were around $25–30. I bought a couple of them, and they're a very good magazine. They fit real good in the gun, and there's like no wobbling at all too. They feed relatively good. Okay, I haven't never had any issues with them yet at all. Next magazines I got down here are this one right here on the right hand side is the Yugoslavian bolt hold open one on here. It actually holds the bolt back whenever it shoots the last round out of the magazine. You can see right down inside I got a Wolf ammunition. This is probably some of the dirtiest ammunition out there in the market. It shoots okay, but it's relatively dirty. The accuracy is okay. I recommend Golden Bear ammunition over this stuff because it's a lot more cleaner and it seems to be more accurate as well. The next magazine I got here is the typical Russian SLABSIDE right here. They call it SLABSIDE because it's smooth on one side, and that's why it looks like a slab. It's probably the best magazine I got. I got a couple of these, and overall I really like them because they're nice and heavy, and they're basically indestructible too. And the next one here I got is the Romanian, I call it the suicide pack because I got two hooked together right here. So if you're in a situation where you can just go and grab a set of magazines, just grab this thing and run out of the house or wherever if you really need it. And these are the typical Romanian ones for like the WAS or 10s and stuff like that. They're actually okay. Never had a problem with them yet. They feed okay. Don't have any problems with that. They're about, I don't know, about $20–25. I bought a couple of these online, and overall they're okay. Next one I got here in my bag. I always recommend, yeah, if you got more than like 2 or 3 magazines, get a mag pouch too. So if you need them, you can put them on your belt. So you can take your magazines with you if you really have to. I'm gonna get these ones out of here for that. Just throw one out of here. Okay, there we go. There's a mag pouch. Zoom in on it. Zoom out on this one here. This one holds 3. You get 3 cells in there. You got 1, 2, and 2 in the back, 1 in the front. And I think these are made in about the 60s. I really like these things because they're nice and heavy duty too. You set that aside. And here's the magazines I keep in these ones. I normally keep the polymer ones in there because the polymer ones usually feed a lot better than the typical steel ones because they're a lot smoother feeding and they don't have the they don't rust basically either. One I got in here is the typical Bulgy 10. You can see right down the bottom right there, then the logo. This one has Wolf ammunition in it as well. Next one is the extremely rare. You don't see too many of these on the market. This is the actual Russian AK-103 magazine. I bought a couple of these on Gunbroker. These are not cheap whatsoever by any stretch of the imagination. They're not like 20 or 30 bucks. And I only put my Russian Golden Bear ammunition in here, because that's the one I'd probably throw in my magazine in there first in the gun. And the last one right here is the Russian BAKELITE magazine. You can see right here, I also got Golden Berry ammunition, this one too. This one's overall very good too. I really like this one. It's nice and light. Feeds pretty good. It has the Izzy mark on the bottom, plus another date code I believe in the bottom as well. Plus it has the date stamps on the side of the OTK for the quality control overall for that. So that's basically the typical mags right there. And let me put this other one over there for that. So I'd recommend at least have 4 or 5 different types of magazines, because you never know which one you might be able to find relatively cheap out there. I'd recommend having maybe 5 to 10 magazines overall, maybe 2 of each type, like 2 of the Bulgarians, the waffle types, maybe if you can afford them, maybe a couple of the Russian ones, just the rib type right here, the polymer one for the AK-103, maybe a couple of the Bakelites. And maybe just have a couple cheap ones for like a suicide mag change out, like this one right here, and have a couple SLABSIDE ones right here, because overall these are the best durability because they're nice and heavy, they're thick, and they hardly ever go bad either. And maybe have one of these right here. This is the Yugoslavian bolt hold opener one right there. You'll hold the bolt back once you're done with the last round. And I recommend having a mag pouch as well, so you can have some place to store your magazines as well. And also I recommend having a bag, or this is called a drop case. It's actually made for like the Russian VDV, stuff like that. If you're airborne forces and stuff like that, you basically put your magazine in a pouch right here, and you put your rest of your gun up inside. You put your muzzle up in the front up there, and you wrap this thing tight on there. And this gun, I also have the POS, right? It's a POS 1 type of scope on here, and that's what I use for like shooting at 100 to 200 to 300 yards. I also got a POS 6x40 2-inch scope for other long range distances for that. So that's basically everything. If anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot, you can just email me back here or just leave a message on this video. I'll see you guys.